And we're good.
Cool.
So, hello.
Welcome
I
to the
need to
Poiple
figure out what to
Podcast.
call my subscribers still. Poiple gang.
Poiple people.
Poiple people. Oh.
Poiple people.
And I have Hey, I'm Jay.
Hola.
Channel will be in the description.
Yep.
So, podcast time.
Woo. Feel like it's been forever since we've done one of these.
Yeah.
Well,
it's been a while.
It's been a minute. So we're going to start right now. So do we want to just jump straight into it? Do we want to have
let's just do it.
All right. So first topic of the night. So I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, I posted on my Instagram story a very hot take that a lot of people in my DMs got really angry about. And I said that I don't believe that spoiling kids is a thing. And I don't. And nobody in my DMs has been able to change my mind because I'm still no.
But I responded to that story saying something along the lines of, actually, let me go to my DMs. Because she can't use her phone. That's what she's using for her camera. So I said, I replied to that story saying, have you even seen r/entitled parents?
And here's what
you said back, I have, but I think that subreddit is just a result of bad parenting.
And I said,
yes, but it's because they give their children too much freedom. Also, this would be an interesting debate topic for the podcast.
And here we are debating on this topic. Yes. So here's where I separate spoiling from just being a bad parent. When you're giving your kid the freedom to just be obnoxious, that we more into bad parenting because you can parent your child to not be obnoxious. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Spoiling, everybody's like, well, you just give your kid whatever you want. I'm like, I don't see the issue in letting your kid have things that will bring them happiness. I've never seen the issue in that.
But have you seen all those rich kid TikToks or Snapchats? That is my definition of spoiling.
I don't think that's a thing. Because let's say your kid comes up to you and asks for something. Is my dad calling me? He is. Give me 2 seconds.
Okay.
Here I come.
Okay. So, well, she goes to do that. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just sit here, I guess. By the way, I think I'm gonna do a giveaway soon. That may actually be in this video. No. This video is gonna be too long. I'll just make a separate one. Once I actually get my room completely clean. My room is an absolute mess. I should do a room tour.
And we're back, reporting live.
Yes.
So, where was I talking? I don't even know what I was talking about.
You don't believe that spoiled people exist, or there's no such thing as spoiling someone.
I just don't think that's spoiling your children, because when you when you give your kid something, you can always set a goal for your kid. Like, if you get good grades, or if you're just like a genuinely good kid, then I'll get you this. That's not spoiling your kid.
Yes.
You can always make your parenting better by giving your kid something to look forward to, which is what they're asking you for. I don't think that's spoiling.
But what about those kids that like complain about getting the wrong color iPhone or the wrong colored car or something?
It's okay to complain about things. Like, I'm not when I become a parent, which I don't even know if I'm going to be a parent, but I don't think it's wrong or it's not right for my kids to complain about things. Oh, just be grateful, which you should be grateful 100%. But if something's the way they don't like it, I'm like, well, I'm sorry, but it is what it is. You can always explain to your kid, like, you can explain to your children. That doesn't make them inherently spoiled. I think it comes down to how you parent your kid. If you parent your kid right, like a naturally good parent, then I don't think that spoiling your kid is even a thing. Also, spoiling your kid just makes it seem like you just ruined a kid. Like, that's just I don't like the term. Like, I don't like it. I just.
Then let's replace the term spoiling with, like, giving too much money or freedom to a child.
See, when it comes to that I think, again, that falls under bad parenting. You're doing too much with the kid. Yeah. And
Okay.
I find it especially worse when it comes to babies. It's a baby. Like, when a kid is a kid, like, you know, kid age, I don't know what a kid age is, like 5 to like 10. When a kid's a kid that can actually retain information and actually hold information and figure out like what's right and what's wrong, then that's a perfect teaching age. But when it's a baby or a toddler, that toddler or baby is not going to remember you like scolding them or not doing anything with them when they're a kid. They're just going to think you're being neglectful. Like, no, I stand by what I said.
If there's no such thing as spoiling, like, how do you feel about if someone says they're spoiling their dog?
I don't believe in the term spoiling at all. Spoiling their dog, when someone says like, oh, I'm spoiling my dog, they usually mean it in a joking manner. They just means that they really love their dog. And I feel like the same with their kid. Like, that just means you really love a kid. Like, oh, I'm spoiling her. Like, no, you're not. You're just loving your kid, you know? When it comes to spoiling like animals, pets, I feel the same. Like, it's a dog. It's a cat. It's like a goldfish, you know what I mean? Like,
how do you spoil a goldfish?
I don't know. People probably have before.
Give it like a 50-gallon tank for one goldfish.
Yeah. You're giving your goldfish asked for a 50-gallon tank. So you're being a good goldfish owner and giving your goldfish a 50-gallon tank with all the little accessories.
All right. I think I've said as much as I can on this.
Yeah.
You win.
Yay! Yeah, nobody's been able to change my mind on it. Like, me and CJ like got into it. I'm like, bro, nah.
I'm not a good debate person.
Yeah, I'm not either. Like, I'm not the greatest at debate. I just like try to get my point across, and whatever happens, happens. So yeah, that was fun. I liked that. I like talking about that because it really is a hot take.
We need to come up with topics like a week before we do this.
Right. Like, we need to be on our things. All right. So should we move on to topic number 2?
Yes.
All right. So last week, me and Gabe here started fan camp, which, listen, it's hot. It was the end of July when we started. It's warm outside. Like, but not only is it like 80, 90 degrees outside every day, but also we have to wear masks while we're doing it, which I understand. Like, you don't want to spread corona, you don't want to spread COVID. Oh my God, you don't really get money from this, but I understand, like, you don't want to spread the virus, but it's like, if you've never experienced pain until you've had to jog 2 laps wearing a mask in the summer heat.
Friday, the 2 laps almost killed me.
It is just horrendous. But band camp in itself, I'm living for it. I love band camp. I think it's just because I love band and also social interaction. Like, this is the most social interaction I've had in a minute. Like, just being with my band peeps again. Like, it's been far too long since I've been, like, doing band things. So I'm happy that we're doing band camp. And I'm happy that it's back to where we were.
Yeah. Sort of. It's a little different now.
Oh, it's extremely different now.
Yeah.
It's because of Corona and also the school system not knowing how they're going to do school as well. Like, because the football schedule, like the football game schedule, got pushed back by, I think it was 2 weeks. So it's after Labor Day. So we have all the entire month of August to do band camp, which is what we're doing. That's the schedule, at least. And usually band camp would be 2 weeks of just full day practice.
Yeah.
Like from 8 o'clock in the morning to 9 o'clock at night.
Like full. Almost 13 hours.
Yeah. And it would be 2 weeks of that. But now, because we can't, be around each other because of Corona, we have to do not full day practice. Like, if you have sectionals on Sunday, which is you get your band section and y'all practice on music and things, and then after sectionals you have actual full band practice. And even then, if you have sectionals, that's only 4:30 to 9 o'clock, so that's not even a full day, which is why we need all of August. And we don't practice on Wednesdays, and we only have full band practice on Fridays, so it's going to take so much longer to get our halftime show together. Not to mention stand tunes, Jesus.
Well, stand tunes are easy. Plus, we can do them over I mean,
stand tunes are easy, yeah, but Mr. Watford's our band director, by the way. Mr. Watford's planning on adding some more stand tunes.
Oh god.
I
didn't even get all the music last year for all of my stand tunes.
Oh, me neither. I improvised most of it. You just gotta guess. But with drums, when playing a bass drum, it's easy to guess and just fill in the blank. I cannot imagine being a wind instrument and having to just try to figure it out as you go, because that cannot be me.
Yeah.
Woo.
There was one, a power line, I think it was.
Oh yeah, power line.
I didn't have the music for that. I just stood there.
Except for the upperclassmen. Only the upperclassmen had the music for that. Freshmen just were thrown into the deep end and were expected to swim. I don't know a single freshman who had the music to power line. I sure didn't.
I wonder if they're actually gonna let people in the football games this year.
My mom's been telling me to ask Mr. Watford about that, and I keep forgetting every time. Because in Major League Baseball and all that, they can't.
They're doing cardboard cutout.
Right. So, I mean, what are we gonna do? That's Major League Baseball. We're just a small town. I don't know what the plan is.
The football games were by far why don't we just hold on? Sorry. Why don't we talk about marching band in general?
Marching band. Okay, we can do that. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna do that, but I guess it's different from Major League Baseball because we have bleachers and not designated seats, so people can social distance on a bleacher. But even
they
then,
may let a certain amount of people in.
Right. Just sell a certain amount of football tickets. I think that's what they should do. That makes the most sense to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But
maybe they're just.
Go ahead.
Oh, they're probably gonna make everybody wear masks though, and have a decent Obviously, you can't really measure a bleacher, but a decent chunk of space between you and then the next people beside you. I think that's what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
And they're just gonna expect the band kids to just not be sick because we're still probably gonna have a little square space.
Yeah. Yeah. Do you have any favorite stories from last year?
Man, marching band last year was a mess. I mean, it was a mess, but it was fun. It was a fun mess. Yeah. I remember it was senior night. It was the last game, I think, and I was an emotional wreck because I had grown to love like every single senior, which I mean, I think that's just my character, but it was senior night, and this was before the halftime show. They were just calling the seniors out onto the field, and my favorite senior from percussion went onto the field. They called his name, and it was immediate waterworks. And everybody's like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "No."
That game was also the coldest game.
Oh my God, it was freezing. I had a blanket out there, and not only was it freezing, but it was also like, I think it had rained either the day before or the day of. It had rained, and everything was just wet. So I had my blanket, and it was just getting like wet because there was water everywhere. Which made the blanket kind of useless because it was just like cold now and then water. Yeah. Oh, why was it so like frigid? We were all trying to like. I remember percussion was trying to convince Mr. Watford to let us wear our hoodies under our jackets, and he wouldn't let us.
He did eventually. He let us.
In the stands, but not out on the field. We're like, come on, it's gonna be freezing. Like, no, you gotta look professional. I'm like, it's the last game. Nobody's really looking at us that hard.
That was the only game we wore like the full thing. Yeah. I think too, like with the hats and stuff.
Yeah, and they tried to pull like oh my God, your plume is on backwards on us, which didn't work on me. I think it might have worked on a few of the freshmen. I wasn't one of them.
Yeah, I was probably one of them.
I was aware of the joke. Y'all weren't gonna get me that easily.
Yeah, my section has already said this year, Gabe, we're working on your confidence.
Yep, and I'm not even in your section, and yes, we are. Because clarinets, honestly, listen, clarinets aren't the most confident section. I think that goes to percussion because we just be doing things and being loud about it. But you're like the least confident clarinet, and I need you to be a more confident, loud clarinet. And I think you can do it. You've got it in you. You got Tanaya on your side. You can do it. How many clarinets are there this year? I haven't been paying
attention. Well, me, Tanaya, and there's supposedly one freshman that has not showed up.
Wow. You know, there were supposed to be 10 flutes, which is why we took Ashton, Alyssa. There were supposed to be 10 of them. There's not 10 of them. I haven't seen 10 flutes. I've seen Ayana. I've seen Cam. That's it. That's all I've seen. That's
Mia.
I don't know what happened.
Mia. Piccolo too.
Mia, and that's where that ends.
And then that one freshman for the first 2 days.
Oh yeah, what happened to?
Apparently she had soccer.
Oh, soccer! Wow.
So fun.
I know, right? What's more fun than band camp? Come on, soccer, dude. Anyways.
I think by far the best event we had was probably the Christmas party.
Oh my God. The Christmas party was absolutely amazing. Like, it was so fun. Like, we literally just stayed after school and did like nothing for fun. It was great.
Yeah.
Yeah. We vlogged that. We both did. Yeah.
We both tried Vlogmas.
I'm gonna try Vlogmas again this year, but I think
too, and I'm actually gonna try to finish it.
Yeah, and I think what I'm gonna do is that I'm gonna start on December 1st and just do every other day instead of trying to do every day consecutively. I think that might work better for me, and also I've got better editing software now, so I think that might help too.
I don't edit.
Yeah, but it might also be a struggle because like what, like, most days I don't be doing nothing. Like, I really just be breathing and existing, and that's it. So, I don't know. Maybe.
If we're still, like, in quarantine, it'll probably be a lot easier because all of my vlog content will be me sitting here in my computer chair. Hey, guys.
Yeah, just be in my room, just in my corner, like, oh, welcome back to Vlogmas Day number 4, and I'm where I'm always in.
3-second videos.
Yep.
Just
all right,
the
bye,
intros.
guys. And that's it. See, Vlogmas last year, we actually had things to do. I don't know about this year. Yeah. I don't know if I'm gonna have things to do because quarantine and things of that nature, which sucks, but it is what it is. I really hope we have another Christmas party.
Yeah.
Or something like it. Hopefully we'll be able to exist around each other without having a mask on. You know, that might be fun.
Think by far one of the most embarrassing times of marching band last year for me was the where we were at Food Depot, and we already told that story on the podcast.
Yeah, that was embarrassing for you.
Yeah.
It was like, for me, like, it was shocking.
Yeah.
It's funny. We laugh about it now.
Yes.
We don't make fun of games.
All right, next topic.
And next topic.
I mean,
Karen.
we could go on with marching band forever, but...
Right, true. So, topic number 3. Karens. And their Karen things and their Karen doings.
The Karen species, a recently discovered species, mainly inhabiting the bodies of middle-aged white women.
Yeah. So, obviously, since we have a global pandemic going on, you have to take necessary precautions to prevent the spread of said global pandemic. And so, you have to wear a mask in pretty much every establishment that you go in. You have to put a mask on.
Yes.
And the Karens don't like that. They actually hate it. And they're expressing that hatred in the middle of stores. Like, they walk in the store without their mask on, and then once they get told while they're in the middle of the store they need to put a mask on, they're angry.
Yes.
Which is, it's just the degree of the tantrum that they throw in a store. They'll go to throwing things and knocking stuff off shelves and yelling and causing a scene and trying to fight employees or people just telling them put a mask on. That's a little extreme for just wearing a piece of cloth over your face for 20 minutes. And I think that they should get over it because there's no reason for all of this uproar. It's 20 minutes. You're going in a Kroger just for the sake of everybody else.
Or in most Karen's case, a Publix.
Right.
That seems more of a middle-aged white women's store.
Right. You're just going into a Publix. You're going to get some granola and leave. I don't understand why putting a mask on. Or yeah, I don't understand why putting a mask on to just go get your greens and whatever and then leave is too much. Because once you get outside, you can take it off. You just have before you step in the door, put it on, walk in, do your thing, leave, take the mask off. It's really not that serious.
I went in Walmart today. It took me 15 minutes. Had my mask on the whole time. Walked to the men's clothes section to see if they had a shirt. Went over to the clearance section. Got out.
That's it. And all you gotta do. I typically just wear my mask all the time anytime I'm leaving my house. Even when I'm in my car, I just have my mask on because you just never know. You have your windows down, someone could cough 3 miles away in a floating window, and now you're sick. You know what I mean? So I just typically have my mask on all the time. And if I can go that long with my mask on, I feel like 20 minutes in a Publix won't kill you. And you can. It may be slightly more difficult, maybe, but you can breathe in a mask.
Yes.
if you're hindering your own breathing by like holding your breath while you're wearing a mask, you're the problem.
Yeah.
So like, I can't breathe. Yes, you can. You're just being a little toddler about it. You're being a little baby.
You know, if you go to Walmart and tell them that a mask goes against your religious beliefs, they'll let you in, no question.
What?
It was a male Karen video of a guy who actually figured that out, and he said, "I'm gonna use that from now on."
A mask goes in where? How? I saw a post on Twitter, and it was like, "Oh, I'm gonna drive 2 states over where masks aren't mandated, so I can go to Publix." It was a Publix that time. So
Okay,
you would rather drive 2 states over than just wear a piece of cloth over your mouth for 20 minutes? I mean, do what you want. I'm not going to tell you what to do with your life because I'm not that kind of person. But I feel like let's weigh our choices here. Let's look at the pros and cons of each choice.
I would show a video of one of the like craziest ones I've seen. Actually, I may. Let me just watch it real quick and make sure it's not like super inappropriate, because I think it may be, and I don't want to show that on my channel.
Yeah, you're family friendly over here. I, on the other hand,
I try to be.
I mean, I just be talking about anything over on my channel and my Instagram and my TikTok. You should, like, just all social medias, I just be talking about whatever be on my mind.
Didn't you say somebody gave your grandma your TikTok?
Someone did give my grandmother my TikTok, which is not a good thing. Because my grandmother knows me in real life, duh. And so if I ever post anything that's like inappropriate and she sees it, I'm done. That's it.
Well, there's a channel I'm subscribed to called Karen Meme.
Wow.
And it perfect. All right. They're all like short videos too, so it's not like it takes up hours of your time watching a couple of them.
True. Because, like, happily, like, good, fortunately, that when Karens get mad that they have to wear a mask, they usually, like, throw their little tiny tantrum and then leave, so you don't have to worry about it.
Or they call the police and then they get arrested for being too.
Yeah, for being a public nuisance. Like, you called the police thinking that they were going to arrest us for telling you to wear a mask? Okay. When it's, like, government mandated, I mean, it is what it is. If you feel like that, I mean, okay.
Another topic. I just thought of another topic we could quickly talk about, like, towards the end. Driving.
Oh, man, we can't talk about that. I'm going to take my makeup off while we do this because, I mean, my significant other came over today and, like, I haven't worn makeup all week because you just literally can't wear makeup during band camp because it will run into your eyes and it will hurt. I learned that on the first day of band practice last year because I wore a full face of makeup to school. And so I was just, parading around. I'm like, oh my God, I look so pretty. And then I got into band camp and I started sweating and like all my eyeliner and mascara went into my eyes. And it hurt. It doesn't feel nice.
There's actually no cussing in this video. I'm surprised.
Wow.
So I don't know if the camera will be able to see it. I guess I could just link the video in the description.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's basically a Karen going in front of this guy's car, calling the cops and saying he's running over me, and he's still moving while he's out of the car and videotaping her.
Wow.
Outside of the car, so there's no way he could be moving.
That's insane.
This may not work.
Some guy in a car, and now he's
Oh, it's gonna be so hard to see.
Ma'am, he's running me over. Ma'am, really, please hurry. Mike!
Like, and I'm guessing she's calling for her husband or something, man.
Mm. It's gonna be crazy when the police actually pull up and she's fine. That's gonna be insane. Because if you tell people that you're getting ran over, you have to look like you've gotten ran over.
Yeah. So that's a good idea of.
Just like, oh my God, I'm getting ran over. And it's literally standing up and talking and breathing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not going to tell you what ran over victims look like, but I don't think they look like they're standing. So, woo.
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. Makeup is off. Yeah. So, do we want to talk about driving?
Sure.
All right. So, I am terrified of the road. It's like literally the scariest thing. And I drive so far under the speed limit. And so I'm just like, the speed limit will be 25. I'm going like 10, you know?
I go exactly at the speed limit. Otherwise, people around where I live will absolutely run you over.
Like, I'm afraid of going too slow and making people behind me aggravated, but I'm also afraid of going too fast and like flinging myself into oblivion. You know what I mean? It's an overall terrifying experience. But the thing is that I'm due to get my license in 2 months, so I need to get over this real quick because I got a license to get a car to drive. I gotta go.
And you've got to take a driving test when you get your license too.
Yeah, so. Like I have to like not be anxious. But I think hopefully, well, not hopefully, but also kind of hopefully, if the corona continues, like now driving tests, the driver instructor can't be in the car with you. So I can just have like my mom in the passenger seat and be panicking to her, and the driver instructor won't have to hear any of it. Like you won't have to know.
Yeah.
As long as it doesn't show in my driving, I mean, I'm good.
Yeah. How many tries did it take you?
For what? My learners?
Yeah.
I did it first try.
I did too.
I made an 80 on both sections.
I made 100 on the signs and an 80 on the laws.
Yeah. And I think the only reason why I made those grades is because I was I'm just a very nervous person. Like I'm very anxious all of the time. And so like I second guess myself on everything. So I kept second guessing myself on my answers, which is not good. And most of the times I was right, but you know, it's what it is.
I was afraid I was going to miss like one question over what you could.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm going to be the one who misses just one question. And yeah, I wasn't, obviously. I forgot my learners. But yeah. That's what it is.
I could actually show like the picture. I'll cover up like everything else.
Yeah.
Because I think it actually has my address on it and stuff.
I'm pretty sure it does. Is my learners back in my fanny pack? I don't remember.
Yes, it has all of my information.
Oh, wow, that's fun.
I think that's enough covered. But that's my picture. So.
Aww.
Horrible.
My learners is downstairs, so I'm not going to like walk all the way downstairs. But just know that my learner's picture is not actually bad. It's actually a pretty decent picture. I'm smiling. I'm not like mean mugging. I actually did my makeup that day, so I looked like decent. So I mean, it's not a bad picture. I just don't look the same in that picture like I do now, because I've just changed my look drastically since I got my learners.
I didn't smile, so you know it was like.
And that's the thing, all guys, like I've seen a bunch of guys' license pictures because I'm friends with a bunch of guys who have their learners, and all of y'all are just not smiling. Like, what's wrong? Y'all just look so depressed.
I think I had the idea that you're not supposed to smile for your passport picture, so you're not supposed to smile for your
I
license.
don't know. When I hear picture, I just smile instinctively. So now we're gonna take a picture. I'm like, okay, and then I smiled.
Did
So,
they have you do like a seeing test
mm,
or an eyesight test when you got yours?
no,
They
they
did
made you do
me,
an
but
eye
it was
test.
like they had you look into this little thing and it was like a line of letters and they only had me read like the first line. So
Mm.
it wasn't really a good test if I could see very well.
See, the way I would have failed that because my eyesight is not the worst. Like I don't need glasses or anything, but it's also not great either. So I probably would have like bombed that. So I'm glad they didn't test me for
My
that.
eyesight is good, but I mean, I feel like that's kind of flawed.
Yeah. Why are my parents calling me? Okay, give me 2 seconds. I'm in the middle of something. Okay. Yep. Got it. Got it. Close the door, please. Siblings, am I right?
Okay.
So we might need to wrap this up because my family just needs me at this time for some reason.
Okay. So, yeah.
Well, this was a good podcast. I think it's shorter, a lot
Yeah,
shorter than
it
our last one.
was.
Like our last one, we talked for like an hour and a half for no reason because we just did.
So,
Yeah, this is a shorter podcast. You'll get a longer one sometime in the near
So-
future.
hey, I'm Jay,
Hi.
Poiple team. I plan to do a giveaway in like probably the next video or something.
Ooh.
So, see ya. Goodbye.
Bye.